Hey everyone, it's your girl Ashley Lee. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Chivalry A. I took a little bit of time to gather myself and to really think about how I can create more content and what people might want to hear from me. My purpose in creating these videos is truly to help people grasp their hair at home. Like, I am a licensed cosmetologist, full-time hairstylist, and a texture expert. So I have a really good grasp on highly textured hair. But in being a stylist and seeing my clients who are 99.9% natural, out of 100% of my clients, I would say about like 75 to 80% don't really know what to do with their curls or don't have a really great grasp on their hair when it comes to leaving the salon and going home, which I have a problem with. So I know that there's a lot of information out there, but I don't think there's a lot of professionals speaking to consumers and giving the real deal, the real tips, and just the information that people need to thrive and succeed when they go home. So I'm here to empower you. I'm here to champion you, to be in your corner, and to give you really, really good advice. For those who don't know, I've been a hairstylist for 10 years, and natural hair has been my focus for a large part of that. Not by choice, but I think just because people saw and was like, help me. So I've been getting that reach out for help for a really long time, even before I was a stylist, just being somebody who had natural hair, because I went natural like at the height of when everybody was going natural, probably like right before the turn of everybody going natural. I was already natural. People were already reaching out to me like, help me, I don't know what I'm doing. And I didn't really have a great grasp on it then, to be honest, either. But I think I was a little bit more, one, confident in what I was doing, and two, like a little bit more like experimental and not afraid to like try a whole bunch of different things. I guess that translated to me knowing what I was doing, when in reality I didn't know everything, but then I took the time to learn everything, and now I have fully grasped it, and that's why I am at where I'm at. I wanted to address one of the top things that I see in salon from clients. I would say the top concerns from clients are moisture retention, dryness, and length retention. A lot of what I see in salon is people using oils. I hate it. So I'm here to talk about it. If we think about oil use in the Black community, it was a survival tactic. Like, when you think about the times of slavery, people were putting oils and stuff in their hair to repel like the elements and things, because they were outside for a long time, to combat against things like lice and wilderness. That's why Black people were using those heavy products on their hair to keep things out of their hair. But it has followed us till this day, even though our circumstances have drastically shifted. So what I find is that talking about oil use is really like, it's less about getting people to try a new regimen and more about like really shifting a mindset that has been ingrained in us for so long. So I'm here to talk about it. The first thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to oil use is the things that it can cause or contribute to. So like I said, a lot of people come to me complaining that their hair is dry or that they don't know how to retain that moisture. So oils are repellents. They are hydrophobic, and they can basically block your hair from receiving additional moisture if you're using it too often or not removing it in the way that it needs to be removed. And as we know, a lot of people with curly hair, Black people in general, don't shampoo their hair as often as other cultures. So this is where there's a conundrum because we don't wash our hair as frequently, and we also are using a lot of oils and heavy products on our hair without taking it off. So this is the first thing that can contribute to your dryness and your lack of moisture retention, because one, you're not really putting moisture into your hair when you're using an oil, and two, you're repelling any extra moisture from getting into your hair. This is extremely problematic, and yes, you will definitely see less moisture, more dryness when you are using oils, especially as stylers. Let me stop there. For those who don't know, a lot of people are using oils as the secondary product in their hair. So they'll shampoo it, condition it, leave in, and then the oil is what people are putting in as the last step. What you want to put in as the last step is what's going to help however you're styling your hair. So if you're doing a wash and go, if you're doing a twist out, if you're doing a blowout, you need something that has a little bit of hold. Oil does not have holding properties. We are not using oils as styling products. An oil is not a styler. So if you're applying an oil before you're doing your style, it's not helping. It's actually making it worse. One, you're not using an oil to style your hair because an oil is not a styler, it's a finisher. And two, you need to be using an oil on dry hair only. We're not using oils on wet hair, because what is happening? Your hair is wet and then the oil is just sitting on top. It's not doing anything. If the product is not penetrating your hair shaft, it's not working. That's what we're gonna stop doing. That's one. We're not using oils on wet hair. We're not using oils as stylers, okay? After this video, I told you here first, that's what we not gonna do. Not in 2023. A lot of people also use oils on the scalp. Don't say you haven't done it. We all come from the place where your auntie, your grandma, your mom greased your scalp. The days of greasing scalps is over. We don't need to do that anymore. We're not in the fields. It doesn't do anything for you. A lot of people will tell me, yeah, my scalp was feeling dry, so I put oil on it. I said, did you feel relief? And they're just like, kinda. Let me just speak from this standpoint. I have eczema. I have extremely dry skin, and I have used things like shea butter. Doctors will tell you to use Vaseline. It might keep the moisture in, but if you're using that solely to moisturize your skin, I still feel dry. I feel dry and oily. That's how I feel. If I ever was to use a oil as my moisturizer for my skin, and you can liken skin to hair, like they're very comparable. If you wouldn't use an oil as your lotion, as your moisturizer for your body, why are we using oil to moisturize the scalp, which is also skin, and your hair, which is made of the same thing as your skin? It doesn't equate. Like, it's, I know y'all, like, the light bulbs are going off. Skin and hair are the same. They're made of the same properties. If you wouldn't oil your skin when it's dry, why are we oiling our scalp when it's dry? Your scalp needs something water-based. So you either need to, one, shampoo, wash your scalp, add water, whatever the case may be, but there needs to be some water that's reintroduced to your scalp, or there are cream-based, water-based scalp products that are made for the relief and the hydration of your scalp. No oiling scalps. No oiling scalps in 2023, y'all. Please, I beg you. And it also, for people with scalp issues, it can also exacerbate your scalp issues, because a lot of scalp issues come from the overproduction of sebum, which is oil that comes from our scalp and our skin. A lot of the times the scalp issue is already an issue of too much oil, and then we're adding oil. It's only going to inflame it and make it worse. We want to make things better, so you just need to shampoo. And I know that that's a lot for some people. People feel like they don't have time for that, but in other videos I'll also get to making shampooing more frequently easier for everybody. The more you do it, the easier it gets, I swear to you. But that's for another video. But we definitely want to make sure that we are not adding oils to the scalp, because that's not helping your situation, I promise you. We need something water-based, or we need to wash our hair. The end. Sorry for that news, but it's true. How do you know that an oil is not working for your hair? So if your hair is repelling water, if it takes a long time to get wet, or you're not seeing it stay hydrated when you're washing it, that's a sign that the oil is not working for you. Also, if your hair is dry and you can run your fingers on your hair and you can feel the product on your hand, it hasn't penetrated your hair shaft and it's not working. It's just sitting on the outside. We want no transfer. Like when you feel your hair, you don't want anything to come. That's one, because that's just a sign that it's not inside of your hair, so it's not working. So when you feel your hair, you don't want to feel the oils coming off. I do understand that oils give your hair the shine that everyone is looking for, and that makes you think that your hair is healthy because it's shining, but it's not a real healthy shine. It's not a hydrated, healthy hair shine. It's a fake shine that you just put on. That doesn't say anything about the health of your hair. You can put a lot of oil onto very damaged hair. The hair is still going to be damaged. It's just going to be shiny temporarily. So like I said, oil is a finisher. It's there for the look, just not necessary. I don't use oils on my hair at all. I just don't need that type of negativity in my life, so I don't use it, because it also makes wash days more difficult. Another sign that oils might not be for you is if you're seeing no curl definition. So a lot of the times when you are constantly using oils, it can kind of trap and block your hair cuticles, and then in turn your curls don't make the full formations. They're kind of like stuck. That's the best way that I can describe it. So that's why a lot of people feel like they can't do a wash and go, or they don't have like defined curls. But a lot of times people do. It's just the oil is just so heavy on their hair and creating such a film that it's really blocking their curls from doing what they can really do. So if you want to see your curls at their fullest potential, then I would say try no oils for the month and see how that works for you. See the differences in your hair, notice the differences in your hair, and realize that your hair can be so much better than what it is right now if you're using a ton of oils and butters and things of that nature. What should you be replacing your oils with? So if you feel like your hair is dry, or that it gets dry quickly within a style, you want to be looking at things like refresher sprays. And that's the thing, a lot of these sprays and products have oils built in them, and they have the oils, they're usually homogenized, which means they're like made smaller and broken down so that they can actually fit into your cuticle to penetrate and do the things. Outside of that, like if you do feel like you want oils in your hair, that can be helpful, but the products are the products because they work, and they're scientifically made to help your hair. Refresher sprays are a great way to reintroduce moisture without fully having to saturate your hair or shampoo your hair. Cream stylers with hold in them are a great follow-up for cream stylers are a great follow-up to leave-in conditioners. So like I said, a lot of people tell me that they shampoo their hair, condition their hair, then use a leave-in, and then use an oil. So what I'm going to suggest is that people use some sort of cream. Like I said, I rock with the LCO method. So leave-in, then cream. You want to use a cream, something water-based. So, and if you don't know what water-based looks like, water-based normally comes in the form of a spray, a cream, or gels are also water-based. If you're unsure what is water-based, you should look at the ingredients on your products, and whatever comes up first, like towards the very front, is usually what the product has the highest concentration of. So water should be at the forefront of that. This is Sleek Guard, and this is a smoothing cream. So this is for heat protection And it does have coconut, olive, and sweet almond oil inside of it. So you don't need to add extra. You just don't. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but the ingredients are right here. The very first thing that it says is aqua water. And then it does name the oils and things that are inside of it, but the base of it is water. Usually water-based products are going to make your hair revert. That's another sign that it's watery. But so creams, sprays, gels are water-based products, and those are usually the best stylers. Oil is not a styler. So what else should you be doing instead of using an oil when you feel like you need to use an oil? Wash your hair. Why do I say that? Because a lot of things that have to do with dryness, whether your hair is shiny, your scalp is inflamed, all of the reasons that people use oils can usually be alleviated with water and with cleansing. You're gonna see your hair be more hydrated and moisturized when you shampoo it often. I know that seems like a huge task, but one thing that I do want to see people really conquer this year is wash day. Like being able to confidently wash your hair and it not take the whole day. Like I actually want to eliminate the phrase wash day. It doesn't need to be the whole day. Like I never spend the whole day on my hair ever. And I'll wash once for the week and I'm good. And I also enjoy like standing in the shower. Like that's the best part of being natural. Standing in the shower, under the shower head, getting your hair wet. I love it. I'm also a water sign, so maybe that's why. Just washing your hair can help you so much, and you'll start to see that you didn't need the oils at all, that your hair is really gonna start flourishing, and that you're gonna be able to see your curls, that your hair is gonna be moisturized and soft and supple, and it's gonna do everything that you want it to do. So if you're dealing with things like scalp inflammation, breakage, dryness, lack of curl definition, or lack of style retention, I really challenge you to try some new products that are solely within a water-based regimen. I'll add some of my recommendations for products to replace oils in the description. If you need any help with anything, I'm a DM, a message away. Please comment below. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will definitely answer them like ASAP. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was insightful. Please let me know what else you want me to talk about and address. And I'm just so excited to get these conversations going. So thanks again.